Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy yesterday at the Munich Security Conference. They discussed trying to end the war with Russia, which will mark 4 years a week from Tuesday. Rubio also tried to reassure European leaders that the U.S. has not given up on transatlantic alliances. Stephanie Bennett has more from London. Stephanie.
John, the push for peace is dire. Just this week alone, President Zelenskyy says Russia has launched more than 1,300 attack drones across the country. Now, President Zelenskyy and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, they met up after that Munich Security Conference. Rubio wrote on X that President Trump wants a solution that ends the bloodshed once and for all. On Friday, President Trump said Russia wants to make a deal and Zelensky's going to have to get moving. Earlier this month, Zelenskyy said the U.S. set a June deadline to strike a peace agreement. Zelenskyy was asked at this conference if he was feeling the pressure from the Trump administration. He replied, quote, a little bit. Trilateral talks will continue this Tuesday in Geneva, but major obstacles remain, including territory in eastern Ukraine. Zelenskyy claims the U.S. told them an end can come as quickly as possible if Kyiv withdraws from the Donbass. He said Washington is too often asking for Ukraine, not Russia, to make concessions.
Ukraine is ready for a deal that brings real peace to us, to Ukraine, to Europe. And I'm confident that this war can be ended and ended with dignity.
During his speech, Secretary Rubio offered a reassuring message to European allies, saying America will always be a child of Europe and that the U.S. wants to revitalize an old friendship, saying, quote, the fate of Europe will never be irrelevant to our own. He even struck a firm tone, though, about the administration's intent to reshape this alliance and push its priorities, from tackling mass migration to strengthening our economies and military power.
We believe that Europe must survive, because the two great wars of the last century serve for us as history's constant reminder that ultimately our destiny is and will always be intertwined with yours.
And many European countries have stepped up their defense spending. Prime Minister Keir Starmer addressed this at his meeting yesterday in Munich, saying that Europe must stand on its own 2 feet. He also announced that the UK will be sending a carrier strike group to the Arctic to bolster security against any Russian threats. John?
All right, Stephanie Bennett reporting live from London. Thanks, Stephanie.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.
कोई भी करा दे, हम तो उसके यहाँ मजदूरी करती खेतों में, रोटी है ही नहीं खाने को। बता रही तो डेट बता देना, हमने तारीख बताई तो है। चीज ना तब कटेगी जब मैं मर जाऊंगी, तब तो भले वापस काटूंगा। मेरी जिंदा तो मैं रहूंगी रहूंगी घर में। ना कोई बात ना, तो मरूंगी तभी तो आप काट पाओगे, जिंदा हो ना। दिक्कत नहीं है, तो दिक्कत तो हमें है ना, तुम तो अपने खा रहे हो।